Vermintide's really cool. That was my favorite class in Return to Reckoning, well, Age of Reckoning.
Hey everybody, Doug here from 2 Plus Stuff, and I'm hanging out with two awesome folks in our community. We have, first of all, Takeover Mars. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Thanks for playing with me.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been a friend and patron for some time. You've been on the show before. We talked a few things about Slanesh way back when that first book came out. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
And just schedules and the holidays and stuff kind of kept getting in our way and rescheduling. So we are here. We're hanging out. We're playing some Vermintide, and along with us is, of course, ladies. You quail at the sound of his accent. It is it is H of Nagash. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on the channel to bring death to the not the Empire, to Skaven. That's it. Warhammer Fantasy Times. That's what we're doing. We're going to kill some Skaven. So I'm here. I'm ready. And I'm happy to try and burn as many rats as possible, because I've been playing around a bit with the Bright Wizard, or the Unchained, whatever she is now, so hopefully all good and well. No, cool. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah. So we're going to hop in. If you would like to join us, there's a number of folks who are already a part of, like... Oh, man, my keyboard's already acting weird. Okay. I figured out... I did actually figure out a solution for my keyboard. I found out that if I hold it underneath my my like daylight bulb, it will actually just power it up. I was like, yes.
You gotta get the controller.
Yeah, I'll get rid of this just so the light doesn't glare. So that's all right. All right, got the chat coming in. Hey, everybody, how are you doing? So, okay, before we get too far in. Mikey wanted to regale us with this story of how he became the greatest Vermintide player ever.
Oh, so this fantastic story. And the best part about it is that it's jinxed, so I'm now going to die horribly, and I will be blaming every time I go down on you. When I go, Asian of Gas is going down, it will be your guys' fault. But I will tell you a little bit of this story. So essentially, me and some other people, who I cannot remember their names, so you cannot verify it with them, were playing Into the Nest, which is one of the Vermintide missions where you have to go into the Skaven stronghold underground and defeat basically Queek Headtaker, but not Queek Headtaker for copyright reasons, maybe, not too sure. And in that, the three people who I played with, I'm not going to lie, I'm not saying that they weren't very good, but I think this was their first time playing veteran mode. And yeah, so it was interesting. I've been in that position as well. And what ended up happening is all three of them went down right towards the end. But luckily, I managed to survive against a patrol of storm vermin. So that was good. Never literally tried to do anything so hard in my life. And this is talking in real life and playing Vermintide. I've never been so stressed. But it turns out it was all worth it.
I've never been so stressed.
It was the most effort I've put into anything. No, I'm joking. But I was surprised with the Bright Wizard. I've always been a Waywatcher person, again in real life and in this game. And I thought I'll try out one of the different characters, being the Bright Wizard. And I have to be honest, at first I was like, I'm not trustworthy for this. I've been told I'm not allowed to be the Bright Wizard. Or bear in mind, I'm the support wizard, and I let down the team by burning myself to death. After I practiced it a few times, I got the hang of it. And once you get the hang of the Bright Wizard, the best one, in my opinion, she is really powerful. She can take down a horde of Skaven by herself on me, as long as you time it right. And basically, every time she fires a bolt from her staff, she gets like a second health bar that starts filling up, and when that hits the end, you blow up and you die because you've overpowered yourself with fire magic, presumably. And I found out if you actually press the R button on the keyboard, it actually reloads the safety bar button. So as soon as I realised that, yeah, it was awesome. So that was my long explanation into how that happened. But
that's right.
No, great fun.
No, I mean, isn't it the best part of, there's a potion over here if somebody needs it. Isn't it the best part of some of those like gaming moments where you just walk away and you're like, Heck yeah, you feel as BA as your character is in the game.
Yeah,
You're just like,
you've mentioned it before, where I think you compared this to Battlefront, where in this you're meant to be like a basic hero, shall we say, but you're
Yes.
practically a god. Whereas in Battlefront, you are you're a grunt.
yes,
the game
and I
mode.
Yeah.
absolutely love being the grunt.
Is that just so if you die, it sort of gives you like an excuse? Well, I was gonna die, on the
Well,
first one.
because it makes me feel so epic when I'm like, I have just the same tools as everybody else, but I'm like God of War.
Yeah, exactly. Am I going to survive? No. Yes, luckily I.
With that attitude, you sure
Yes.
aren't.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
was.
This rat ogre, I mean, he loves me this much, but hasn't even bought me a drink yet. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, no. The pack master is the worst. I mean,
It
until you
is.
come across the chaos spawn.
What a jerk! Minding all my business,
There's a
comes out of nowhere.
Just say.
Hey, Full Metal Ben, how you doing, buddy? Over in the chat. All right, this is my favorite part where it's just like an arena. You just get to like run like a maniac.
Yeah,
Run like a maniac. I could do that. I'm pretty good at doing that.
yeah. It's good until you come across that trapdoor.
Trapdoor. What?
Oh, no, sorry, not trapdoor. Am I getting my
No,
words
I was-
right? A porticate? What's that called? The gate with the big
Portcullis.
bars. Palisade, that's it. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know who invented it, the British or the French. So I'm going to go with the French on this one, just so I can say the excuse of not knowing the name of it.
I mean, that's kind of my policy.
Hmm.
Just blame the French.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
I've subscribed to 2 Plus Tug for 5 years.
Yeah, exactly,
that's the
yeah.
final straw.
I heard on his live stream he called it Crepe Hammer instead of Warhammer, and I've never been so offended.
Honestly, I've had people who are offended by the way I said. He's dead.
Woo!
Oh, what you guys doing over here?
There
I
must be
completely
another
missed the whole excitement with the fart cloud.
Yeah. It was a fun time. You should have been there.
Um,
God.
Erethiel, yes, I know it's private. We have quite a few people on my friends list who would be able to join. Are you looking to join? Because if so, I can give you my friend code and that kind of stuff. It has less to do with the fact that I don't want to play with anybody I don't know, and more to do with I want to make sure that folks who want to join can. Kind of leaving that spot open.
Yeah, definitely. If no one's got Vermintide yet, I can say, like, especially when you're playing with a bunch of buddies, fantastic game. Like,
Oh yeah, it's
The moment you have it.
a riot.
like in Age of Sigma, one rat ogre, no one really cares. In this, literally
Oh,
game
see,
changing of finding out if you've wasted half an hour or not. There's no
Yeah.
one to say.
okay, pause here for just a hot second here.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Give me just a moment here. I want to do this off camera so I'm not showing off anything.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll just be killing things.
Yes, I mean, I said I could hold up a forward before, didn't I? So it'd almost be like I was lying if I didn't do it.
I'm going to stop and I'm going to leave it up to you. Just show off those skills.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mars.
You're welcome. Yeah,
I'm not going to be cocky and go, I don't need to drink this health potion until I'm on my last hit point. I'm drinking it now. 'Cause I know.
Lovely little potion. Let's make the most.
You go, I'm going to make the most of it. No, always drink it if you feel like you don't need to.
All right, Ethereal, I added you as a friend. Go ahead and join up with us. Oh God!
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, just breathe.
He just walked right up. You guys are the worst friends ever.
What? This is from behind. Is it funny here?
I
That's
thought we were
amazing.
getting on the lift. I didn't know what was happening.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, we can get on the lift.
Someone missed the memo of get to the chopper. Now, I'd like to tell you that when we get up here, it's all going to be nice and safe and everything, but really, this has just taken us to a harder level of this mission.
Oh. I thought they got easier as they went. This is...
Nah, judging by the amount of dead bodies, I'm going to say no.
Ugh.
Don't get me wrong. You know, if a battalion of Empire soldiers can fight this, luckily four other people can defeat it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they probably just they softened them up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or fed them. One of the two.
Yeah. So they're like lethargic and tired because they're full.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll be honest with you, I cooked a stir fry last night. Turned out to be too big. Absolutely knackered after that. I was going to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Ended up obviously staying up until like 1 o'clock in the morning. But you know.
Well, I mean, obviously, you're going to go to bed at 8.
Oh, Erythriel joined us. Hey, buddy.
No more fires.
Oh, I hear a Packmaster.
Well,
There he is.
Already and waiting for him.
Get him.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh,
Sweet.
geez. Damn. Sorry. I wasn't expecting to get hit from behind and slowed down so much.
I know. Okay, so as with most streams, I think it's going to come down to Erythriel to be our the linchpin that we all work around.
I love it. Like every time we just have like one person joining from the chat that is level 35.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, max level, got every gun strapped to their name. I don't know why. I for some reason I have it in my head to like only play this when I'm streaming because you know, just people like watching you get better at stuff sometimes. And then I was like, but I actually like, really like, enjoy this game, so there's no reason I don't have full level on everything. Are you kidding me?
That's what I was kind of like. I was only playing it when we were doing it on, I think it was Mondays, and then I started playing it sort of throughout Christmas time. It's like, actually, it turns out the more I play this, the better I get, which means
I know, yeah, weird.
That's
like witchcraft.
All the time. Well, I looked at it right, and you know how we always play on like I think like recruit or veteran.
Yes.
If I got good at it, champion maybe. Who knows?
Wow, well, I mean, slow down.
I'll be honest. Like, I used to be able to play.
I can slow down. Yeah. I'm just out here at the front door.
Cool. I used to play this at champion at one point. I don't know what happened to me, but I just got really bad. just like, took a break for about a year and just couldn't play this game anymore.
That's totally fair. It's kind of how I got with Fallout 76. I'm just like, I need to not be in West Virginia.
And it's all good.
Let's see.
Potion and med kit.
Oh, Wargamer Willie's in the chat. Hey, buddy. Yep.
Hey. Anyways, what I was saying before we played, and I feel like while we're attacking all these people, it's a good time to go into crazy conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
The Witch Hunter. Yes. I think it's going to be a Chaos Hunter working with the vampires because we haven't seen any like mortal side of death, but we know that they have that. And they're kind of showing off a lot of that death stuff with the Witch Hunter at the same time. Like, why would they just give you one Witch Hunter? What's the point of that? They're going to give you a whole bunch of vampires.
Well, and so the Witch Hunter, because he's got the stakes on him, is that in case the
vampire loses control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a backup plan. I mean, like, it's not like Nagash couldn't raise the vampire again if he had to take him out.
It's true. I like the idea of that because I'll be honest with you. I am a huge fan of all this. The live with the dead, like we see in I think it was called Nagash, Lord of Dead. That was that book, or Neferata, Dominion of Blood or Bones or something. There's been several death novels where we see that.
Yeah.
And
the Neferata books are really good too.
Yeah, is it Dominion of Blood or Bones?
What's the plot? There's a few.
So Neferata's kingdom's been taken over halfly by like a Khorne warlord.
I'm actually listening to that right now.
That's
great.
That's Blood, right?
I believe so.
I'm currently reading it. I just don't remember the title.
Yeah,
it's awesome because you get like an in-depth details like as the book progresses. Like her top bodyguard who is a Blood Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just gives so much detail to, and the thing is like I know the old world characters were really good for the most part, and we might not see them all come back, etc. And a lot of those are vampires as well, as we only really have Neferata and Manfred. But if they made like that Blood Knight, for example, who is Neferata's top bodyguard, into a hero, that'd be awesome. Or they like as an actual model, or there is a Black Knight who becomes one of Neferata's like top lieutenants throughout that book series.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting like a Black Knight hero who's actually good in the game would be awesome.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got a question from the chat from Erebus Prime. Says, I was arguing with a friend who said that the Skaven blow up the moon in the end times. My end times video confirms that, but he thought it was Croak that blows it up to stop it from crashing into Lustria. That's my understanding, was that the Skaven blew up the moon, but he did some stuff to make sure that like the largest chunks didn't destroy them before.
It was Skaven blew it up, and he pretty much protected the rest of the world but Lustria. He saved the rest of the world to fight off chaos.
Yep.
Which sucks because in the end he didn't. It was
tell you,
really worth it.
So that happened in End Times Thankful, and that was the first Warhammer like supplement, like campaign style book that I've ever bought, and it's still my favorite. Like, it was so epic. The what are now the Seraphon fighting, and it's so good.
Ooh, assassin!
Ah, yes. So that's my understanding, buddy. I'm not normally a very confident person, but I'm pretty sure of that one.
I literally like 2 or 3 days ago I just watched the whole thing about that story.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if I ever sound confident, I'm sure it's just an illusion. It's not accurate.
You were right.
Actually, I feel like things are going well. What's going wrong?
Pretty much, yeah.
But no, I think you're right about that as well. Lord.
Let's see.
Stand there and let me hit you?
We getting him?
Medical
Yeah, you getting it.
supplies.
Cool.
I'm also, looking at the chat, being a minor internet celebrity.
Ooh, minor.
I know.
So
I
humble.
have confidence in that statement.
Let's see. I love your AOS playlist. Is there a faction-specific lore list for your Nurgle videos? There is. YouTube kind of sucks when it comes to like letting you browse through playlists, but it does exist. If you give me a minute until we get to a little chill part, I can actually get you a link here.
I hear something. Gas rats.
That's right. This is so much more fun when you're playing with people you know.
Yes,
This is
yeah,
awesome.
all of these style of games, like the Left 4 Dead, where you're like just hacking and slashing stuff, always more fun.
That actually smiling at this, like this
I know, yeah.
is really fun.
Definitely. Yeah, this is definitely a I don't know what the word is, a good social game in comparison to like something like incredible what happened during this, like something like, oh my god, can you see how we just like killed that chaos spawn, like, and there was like, the chance of doing it was like as much chance as as long as a piece of string really, and you just hope everyone else, and you'll just go.
Get away from me.
Is everything alright?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just focused, reading the chat.
Stupid guy.
This guy will not go down.
Stupid Chaos Warrior.
Ah,
No, like, what I was just saying is that like things in this game will happen where you go like, we're barely gonna make it out, and
Got
then
him.
you do, and then like you just hope everyone else is sharing that experience with you,
yeah, absolutely.
rather than just being that empty voice on the
Okay, pause for
Right.
1 sec here.
Pausing.
Because we're coming into my favorite part, so I want to be able to focus. where we all go hog wild and start attacking in a Sigmar shrine. Let's see.
I'm gonna have a look at the view while we're doing that.
Go for it.
That's
All right.
Rest
Pretty.
is for later.
Um,
Flames are for now.
I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Emma Genus, I believe. I apologize if that's super wrong. I threw the Nurgle playlist for you in there, so we're all set.
nice one.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just when you go to like look at more playlists, it only shows you like 5 or 6 sometimes, and you're just like, what?
It's weird as well. It's not as straightforward as the layout all being the same. So if you look at it on a computer, it will look very different to the point where it will show you different options compared to if you look at it on your phone as well.
Really?
Yeah, like because last night the reason why I went to bed late is because I decided, you know what, I've got a few videos now for every single faction. I'm going to make a playlist for every single faction.
Yeah.
And,
That's how you doing that.
5 minutes. Fun.
That's how you post about that on YouTube.
Yeah, I did it, and I was like, for my OCD self, I was like, I want to have this neat and sorted out properly. And then I thought, I hope it isn't a waste of time. And it turns out a bunch of people were like, yeah, it's made things really easily. Because I didn't know how often people went to playlists. But
That's my preferred way to watch something.
Yeah. All right. Yes, I love this. It's just like nothing makes you feel. Yeah, exactly. Nothing makes you feel like. How do I deal with the stress of 2020 and or 2021? This is the answer.
I don't lie, the fact
Oh,
that, and also the best thing is that the chaos in this is Nurgle, so it kind of feels
Yes.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Nurgle's my most hated Chaos faction.
Oh, really? Why?
I hate their look. I really hate their look.
Ah, they're so good.
I don't know, but I'm on the Slanesh. I feel like Nerf Slanesh should have been adversaries, not corner Slanesh.
That's an interesting idea. I feel like the someone has said before that the who everybody hates has changed over the years. Because it used to be Khorne and Slanesh, which I think it is now, but it was Khorne
Yeah.
and Tzeentch at one point.
I think it should.
It should have been corner Zeech.
Yeah, it should be because I mean, like, Khorne hates magic, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
then-
all things fun.
And absolutely butchered the law here off going off the top of my head. Khorne doesn't like Slanesh because Slanesh drags out the kill.
No, because
there's probably a lot more to it, but like,
he hates his prancing ways.
Yeah. It's more of an art form for killing rather than just killing for killing's sake. Type of a thing.
yeah, I like Nurgle doesn't even kill the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be anything, like Nurgle probably turns their skull into like mush, like nothing that can be put onto a pile of skulls. Like,
That's true.
I figure like Slanesh is about perfection and everything, and Nurgle is clearly the opposite of that. And they're gross looking and not pretty.
He's about,
The worst of their kind.
just really loving your life,
Yeah.
which I'm down with. That's a message I can get behind. Oh, we got in the chat. Is it Gabe says Tzeentch boys for you? I have a Tzeentch is growing on me in a big way. Like I used to have some demons forever ago, but
Tzeentch
more
demons.
and more. Yeah. But anymore, like it's really growing on me.
yeah, I'll be honest, Tzeentch Mortals, really big fan of. The demons aren't for me. But do you know what I think makes this hobby great? It's the fact that there's 3 of us here talking, and there's obviously people in the chat as well, and we all have different opinions on what models we like. Because
Yeah.
what I always say, it'd be a boring world if we all like the same stuff.
Yeah. I'm a huge Slanesh fan, and those immortals are just perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And the demons are great too. The Tzeentch demons, I think, are pretty okay.
Ooh, Ethereal, who's with us? Slanesh for life. There we go.
Yeah, agreed. Slanesh is the best.
It is.
I mean, like, I'm actually going to get a Slanesh model out of the cabinet now because I'm recording this as well, just to show you, because Slanesh is really the best Chaos God. And then I'm just going to say he's followed by the Horned Rat, because the Great Horned Rat is fantastic. And
I
then,
agree with the Slanesh part, but the Horn Rat doesn't even count as a Chaos God. That's not even an thing to talk about.
He is a Chaos God. Games Workshop confirmed it.
I refuse to acknowledge that.
Okay, wait. I want us to all really appreciate the conversation that's happening right here, where we have a Slanesh fan who, knowing that Chaos God has basically been in shackles not doing anything since the game's launch, is somehow superior to the Great Horned Rat who's been out doing things since the Age of Myth. Let's think about that.
That's how much better Slanesh is.
He can do nothing and still be better.
Yeah.
Slanesh has been. What are you going to think about Slanesh? Is that
man.
Games Workshop came up with a brilliant solution for him along the lines of, what are we going to say to the people who like Slanesh and their favourite god hasn't really been doing anything? He has been doing stuff. He's been going into the dreams, or getting his demons to go into the dreams of the people who are in charge of keeping the chains upon him and making them break one by one. Like, that's kind of what happened, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of really cool when you think about it like that too.
It is. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I really like core models, but after a while, it is a bit like, motivation, burn, kill. Cool. But the Great Horned Rat is, I just think he's really devious. For example, I mean, like, I did a lore video on Vermin Lords, right? And that has maybe now definitely going to start a Skaven campaign on Total War, and then potentially maybe buy a Skaven model. I mean, like, that was just a video, and it made me want to do that. Skaven are cool. I think they're just unique. I'm not going to get into the question, are they going to get new models, because I think we've talked about that every single time we've done one of these videos.
It always comes back to it.
But the Vermin Lord model is awesome.
Yes. They
are. I have a friend that all about Skaven. I ended up for this last Christmas. I bought him like a whole army. Someone sold for like $300. It was like easily $800 worth. And
Nice.
a lot of their newer models are still really nice looking.
Yeah, and like something me and Doug said is that, like, we haven't got a problem with clan rats. They're fine. Storm vermin are fine. You get newer models if you wanted to, but it's mainly just like the metal characters and resin characters. Like, I think the Skrulk model, Lord Skrulk. I'm trying. Like, my mind's going a bit blank today. I'm trying. Lord Skrulk, head of the pestilence, but now just a plague priest. I think someone put out on the internet, he's actually the oldest model GW still sell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Right.
I can't think of another one.
I think someone said he was like the 1980s or probably more than 1990s. But do you know who? What's the best way to say it? Who needs more new models but doesn't deserve them? Is Chaos Marauders.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ethereal asks, how does your overcharge event?
So what I do is I've actually got, when you press the reload button, so press R on the keyboard, it just decreases how much build up I've made of like fire. So I'll go like this a few times, and I'll hold down R, and then it'll clear my basically my dangerous progress bar. Or if I press F, which is my special ability, does a small bit of damage to the enemy in the flame, and then where is it? It's with a bright wizard, like I was sort of saying at the start. I think you can change how to rule around lock-in.
Don't have more fortitude, do they? Can't
I
hold
don't
it
think
against
so.
them,
I
mate.
can press.
No,
I might be wrong on that, mate. But for what I know of the Unchained, very good, but you will probably not enjoy your first few games playing as the Unchained, as you'll just die a lot and you won't really understand why and how. But after,
Listen up.
it's quite risk reward. Actually, you can do insane damage, but you can also kill yourself. And if you're not careful and you go, screw it, I'm going to do lots of damage and blow myself up at the same time, and you haven't checked the top left of the screen, and it turns out you're the last one left in the pie, your fellow Warband members aren't going to be happy.
I assume that is a personal experience you're telling us about.
They were fine. They definitely didn't kick me from the group. But what I would say is the most annoying way to die in this game is by a Packmaster. After that, I've had it when I played, and we were just like fighting on the side of a cliff, and then a rat ogre came and just pushed us off the cliff, and then we were all hanging, and then we just died. And it's like, that was annoying.
Hmm.
There is a mystery within these walls.
But no, I've been playing this quite a few times. What I've decided to do, I want to try and get every character up to like level 30. So now that I've nearly got the Bright Wizard, I'm going to either go. I've got the Dwarf or the Empire Soldier next, and I might try the Dwarf and go for like a really sort of tanky build with the Ironbreaker. Could be quite fun.
I don't know anything about this game other than how to kill things, so...
It is the game. No, it's just, there's different... so there's, what, 5 characters?
5, yeah.
You come in parties of 4, and then you can basically alter... They each have, like, different classes, and the Witch Hunter can be changed into, like, a bounty hunter type guy. I don't know, there's little bonuses, that kind of thing.
No.
But,
So, like one that's specifically better than any of the other ones, or is it just...
I really think it depends on your playstyle. Like, I'll be honest, at first I was like, I'm all about the Weight Watcher. She's the best. Why is no one else playing with them? They're all a bunch of idiots. And then someone else will just go, the Weight Watcher's the worst. Why'd you play as that? Because everyone has different preferences. It's great, because there can only be one in each party. So if there was just one automatic good one and it graded down, everyone will be like scrounging to play as the best character.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like the classes specifically.
Oh, sorry, the classes. Yeah, there are some that are better than others. Like I always thought, talking about the Weight Watcher. I always thought the Weight Watcher was the best for the elf. But the what Ethereal was playing at the moment. Is it the Maiden? Her name is. She might be better as she can run forward, and then basically she runs through a horde, and she can do damage to them to kill basically all the horde she's run through. So that's cool. The Dark Elf one, which I thought was maybe the worst, turns out she's got this backstab ability, so she can go behind any human-sized enemy and instantly stab in the back and kill them. So that can be, she can go behind a full health Chaos Warrior and stab him in the back, and he's dead.
Oh wow!
And she can also, her special ability. So if you press or F on the keyboard, you know your special ability.
Yeah, I just found that out. That's a special ability when you were talking about it before we started this mission. I didn't know what it did.
Yeah, it's great. So her one is she goes invisible. But as soon as she attacks the enemy, she shows her location, and she goes invisible for about 4 seconds or something. So you can go invisible, go up behind the Chaos Warrior, and then stab in the back. So pretty
easy peasy, apparently.
And the other good thing about her going invisible is that if everyone in your team is down, she can go invisible and revive people.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've played as her, and that's the only one I've really experienced each class with. As the Bright Wizard, I've only really played as the Unchained. So yeah, that's just my experience. God, I sound a lot more knowledgeable about this game than when I first started, didn't I? Not a clue.
Sound like you know everything.
Oh yeah, we won't get that far.
Levi, go ahead and restart the stream if it really bothers you that much. I went ahead and basically, so for those of you, because Levi pointed out that at the bottom of my description it has hashtags for Age of Sigmar and 40k. It's because I use a program called TubeBuddy, which kind of helps you autofill all that stuff, and it picks things based on relevancy. So it's like, oh, people who like your channel like this other stuff, and I went and took them off because it seems to bother you. But if you go ahead and reload the page, it'll be gone.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's more work than I'd put in. I'd just leave them there.
Honestly, generally I do. But when someone specifically wants something or that bothers them, that's fine.
There's a bomb here, guys. Oh, you got it. Cool.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I grabbed one. Should I grab this? I'm grabbing this oil. Let's see what happens.
I carried it from the sewers, so we might as well. Like, put it down.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was me. That was me, but I hope you appreciate. Like, yeah, but look at this. Oh, lovely. Look at them all burn. Isn't the
Perfect.
fire really pretty?
Man, your accent sounds a lot less cute when you're like talking about people burning alive and
I
stuff.
don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm into it. I'm digging it.
Well, I'm into
That's a dark pyromancer side of Harry Potter that I was not expecting.
Talking about Harry Potter, I've actually been listening to the books lately, and it's a
Oh,
lot
yeah?
darker in the books than the actual film.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, don't turn away from death. Which Asian Gash is fantastic. I love it. But what I would say is talking about things burning. Guys, we know the system. They're the bad guys. They don't have any souls. They can't feel pain.
Yep,
That's how Star
exactly.
Wars works, right?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Cool. So how this is going to work is there's a symbol up here, and there's also buttons down below with that symbol. So I can stay up here if you want, and I can tell you what symbols to press. Does that sound good?
Okay.
To say that I
There's a triangle with a cross on it. You want to press?
Okay. Oh. Of course there'll be people attacking us while we do this. Why wouldn't they?
yeah.
That was
Game.
dumb of me to think that wasn't going to be a thing.
said a triangle with a cross.
Cross on it.
Yes.
Yeah, like an upside down triangle, like a necroquake
Yeah.
triangle.
Aha! There we go.
Did you press the right one?
Yeah.
I'm somewhere.
I'm somewhere. I love it.
I went through a door.
I believe that we did.
I'm gonna come back down and help you.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, you did press it. Huh.
Yeah, I just-
Huh. Where did you press it?
Yeah, you said it was the wrong one earlier
Right,
too.
well, that's your character, and we all know how well your character is.
Yeah, not so good in melee, are you now, you turd?
yeah.
Let's see.
Huh.
So this is the first one.
I'm just gonna be over here pushing random things.
Oh, yeah, you open this door up. Okay, I see.
I do like the confidence with which you started that. Like, okay, guys, here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now the rest of us are like, ah, crap, what's happening?
You pressed the right button. We would have been here. But to be honest, Ethereal knows this game better than me, and he
Yes.
opened up this door so he could get a grimoire. You know,
And he did say, come here, so I'm trying to find him. Let's
so,
see.
you know, it's
Why do I have
badass.
this Skaven mark next to my portrait now? Is that a good thing?
Triangle. Okay, I got the triangle.
Pressed it. So,
This makes twisted
oh, don't say sorry, mate. You know the game better than any of us.
Bringer of blades.
It really makes it hard. To be honest, like I will say to Phil, you know, fair play, having to communicate on the keyboard.
All
All
clear.
good.
Follow the trail of corpses. Oh, good.
Oh, am I poisoned?
Yeah, the poison wind globadiers exist in this game, and it's.
Yeah. Like my max health is decreased.
Oh, that's from. So basically, as a side little bonus challenge in the game, you can pick up these things called grimoires, these big old books, and
Oh.
it increases the difficulty as you're going. So it makes your health bar, your total health, lower.
But I assume good stuff comes out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes your ending prize, like when you get your like loot box or whatever like that,
Yeah.
better.
There's also a bomb here as well. Oh, we've all got bombs. Guys, start using your bombs.
Should
I really
use them
should.
more?
I really should.
I'm always that person where I'll save it, right? And then I'll go, I've been carrying it for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to use it. And then suddenly, you'll use it and then you come across a Chaos Spawn. And you just, oh! That looks like a... Is that... Do we hear a roar? Yep. Is it a Chaos Spawn? Did I summon it? Oh.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
Use your bombs, guys.
I just did mine.
Fantastic.
Ugh. I don't know if I hit it. I can't tell.
Alright, chuck a barrel at it.
Ugh.
There we go.
Oh, there's the bounce.
My bad. I wasn't paying attention to you guys. I was shooting other people.
That's okay. If you didn't shoot those people, they'd kill us. So it's all good.
I only repeat what I've seen in dreams. A gilded cage and a cauldron. She weeps, and her tears fall upon this world like
I like that. Elf lady's like describing some important part of her religion. He's just like, shut up.
The characters communicate very well. In this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
it's,
like that. It's really cool.
that really is one of the best things if you just need a dark laugh.
Said before, not everything comes
Damn
off.
rat.
Dark humor is how you power through life.
Die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my special does. It just knocks people down. Guess that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't remember what his thing is. I don't. Most folks when I do these streams like to use the witch hunter, so I don't really often get a chance. But
I think you knock people down by the power of Sigma. I think that's what it is. But who knows? It might be you knock them down, and then by doing that, you give us bonus damage
Assassin.
against them. Something.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I get like a. It looks like I get a little bit of a buff.
Nice work, darlings. No more rattle.
nice. Potion. There.
There's ammo here in case anyone likes them.
Yeah, I can take some.
I'm
Two
with that.
bags. 2 bags of ammo. Going for very cheap.
There's a potion of concentration back there if you want it, anybody. I don't know what it does.
What color was it? Color.
Purple. Yeah, basically that if you do use your special abilities a lot, it allows you. It basically recharges it faster.
I'll take that. Where was it?
Yeah, I swapped out for a potion of speed, so figured I'll
Okay, I'll
let
keep
you
it.
guys know.
It's alright. We'll let you off. I'm pretty sure
The
that's not-
Unchained with that fire shooting is really good.
It's solid, right? And also the Unchained has like 4 different stars you can do that do different types of fire bolts. So there's some art here.
you ready?
Um,
Chaos Warriors near.
So it takes a bit of time getting to know what's the best one, but this. So it's the
Okay. Me and your ethereal took out that.
right, guys.
Alright.
Before we drop down here, before we go down, I've got a present for. Oh, okay, are we going against a horde now?
Ah!
Well, that ruined it, didn't it? The one time I speak up to say I'm going to do something cool. And
You gotta do it, I guess.
No. See, that's your first mistake there, Mikey. Because like you say cool things after you do the cool thing. Like that's how you do it in the movies, right?
yeah, exactly. The one thing about this game, there's no boss armor. This is where the gas rat. I should have stayed up there. So I said that after I killed him, so I think I'm learning.
There
you
you
go.
go. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. You check
I'm going
the
to get
chat
another
here.
barrel so I can do a cool thing. Hang on, bear with me. It'll be worth it by wasting everyone's time.
Okay.
So
maybe
you know at the bottom of that hole, before we all jump down.
what?
You know the bottom of the. You know we jump down like a little tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit a barrel, throw it down there, and there's always enemies down there, so we'll clear them before we get down.
Ah.
I mean, probably this is only going to kill about 2 marauders, but you know, thematically, it works, right? So I hit the barrel, chuck it down, and
Painted flame on that wind. What fire?
then we go down.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if like That didn't
God.
actually kill anybody, but it just alerted them all. Yeah.
Oh shoot! Ah, the warriors.
Gotta love warrior.
Ah, my power doesn't knock them down. They're too big.
Every time I played this game, I wish Chaos Warriors were this good in Age 6.
I, this is how I wanted my Chaos Warriors to be. Big
No,
old, like-
absolutely. Everything in this game that has like a AOS analog is it's just better in here. It's so much cooler. Rat ogres and storm fiends.
That's my biggest complaint about Slaves of Darkness is there's not a faction just to buff up my Chaos Warriors to make them cool. Like Marauders getting super bad.
I thought that as well, like, because I've been asked, and I thought myself, what is the best faction to make Chaos Warriors good? Like, what's the best sub-allegiance? And it's like, Ravengers maybe? But, like, I don't really have much logic behind why it would be. Just because you have more Chaos Lords, so it's like, oh, Patrol is that?
Yeah.
Right. Let's do this.
I've been doing Ravengers, but that's not Ravengers, Despoilers, but that's just because there's not like a whole bunch of monsters anyways that I have.
Yeah, the spoilers is. It was my favourite when I started, but I'll tell you what, I'm loving running Archaon now. Archaon is a beast. I've used them to put the frog in the sword, which is the best thing. For anyone who's played Age of Sigma, since the new Seraphon book, the Lord Croak is he's interesting. And put him and rolling 2 6s to wound with the Slayer of Kings against him. Put him in the sword. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
I love Archaon. Like I may complain about the Chaos Warriors, but they did Archaon justice, I believe.
Yeah, like Archaon was so cool, right?
Yeah.
But just never really any good. And now he's good. Like, so it's fantastic. Because sometimes I get fed up with these really cool things that you want to take, but they're like,
Yeah.
I made a really cool model. Shame you're not going to take it. Like, I don't know, like the Hydra. You really,
Yeah. Like the Hydra, exactly.
To give an example.
Yeah, I played against OBR against Catacross versus Archaon. And that -2 that thing you give to hit really hurts on that Slayer of Kings, though. Well, I guess it doesn't really hurt. It just hurts Archaon in general. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, well, it's like something that, I mean, I might get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure how it works. When I fought against Seraphon, I was going against like 70 skinks in this army. And that turned out to be like 140 shots going into Archaon. And I think like on half of those shots, every 6 to hit was a mortal wound to him or something.
Yeah.
Archaon makes you reroll 6s to hit against him.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's nice. With the with his eye.
Yeah, because he sees the future, right?
Yeah.
John,
And then I haven't played in a while because well, what's going on in the world. But he got the 4-up Feel No Pain too, right?
yeah, and he's got a 4-up spell. Ignore.
Yeah, that too.
So he's great. Like his weakness is that just normal damage. So if you can get past his 3+ save, he will die.
Whew. I thought I was gonna hit him first, but he got me. But yeah, if you get past his normal damage, what?
Okay. I need to respond to the chat here for a hot second here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, man. No, you're good. We're going right to it. Wargamer Willie says, hey, question. I played Deathwatch. How frowned upon is it to paint the chapter shoulder purple, make my own inner chapter, but keep the silver arm? Dude, do whatever you want, and if anybody says anything...
I think the police will come around if you do that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, yeah, of course. But once those are gone, everybody else should be fine. I'm just kidding. Nobody cares. Do whatever you want, dude. Absolutely. Honestly, I think people.
Death models and I won't care.
I know. I think
death models and say they're Deathwatch. Okay, whatever you say.
I think even most diehard Deathwatch players would just be really glad to have more people playing their army. Because it's just, I mean, it's not that it's bad. It's just not. It doesn't have as many options as like the base.
You can have Primaris Deathwatch, presumably.
Yep, you can.
Yeah. Is it just Grey Knights that can't have Primaris? War reasons, maybe.
I believe so. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Grey Knights, can they use Primaris stuff? Yeah, they're in a weird place.
I'm just building my Emperor's Children for the 3rd time.
Emperor's Children are very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we're trying to disrupt the ritual.
I tried shooting them already. That didn't work very well.
Yeah, you can't kill these guys. Basically,
Nah.
we stand in their circle, and that kills them.
Cool.
Oh, that's easy.
Insert lore reason.
Yeah. Be the MacGuffin you want to see in the game.
Decapitated. Pentakill. Oh.
Brah. Got him.
Yeah, okay. Good job.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. That was our lore reason.
Okay. Yeah.
If the more we interrupt it, the more we tick them off, and they get consumed by their own magic.
Makes sense, I guess.
I'm not going to argue it.
Yeah, no.
I don't know enough about magic to argue, so.
If I'm honest, I mean, I'm quite an expert at magic.
Oh yeah.
And like, you can try and question it, but I like you to prove me wrong. Something I learned from a young age is as long as you start the sentence with "arguably I'm right," you're always right. Because if anyone says anything different, they have to argue about it.
I'm gonna use that.
All the time. All the time.
All the time.
Uses things.
I bet that does really well with personal relationships.
I don't know how it couldn't. Like, they automatically agree with you, or they have to argue.
Like, what you're going to remember is that in personal relationships, it's along the lines of, it's either we're both right, or I'm right, it just doesn't realise it yet.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it? There it is.
You're gonna die a lonely man. Oh, that's good.
I've been told things like, I don't know, my corn dragon that cost me nearly £400. Like, why would you buy that for that money? But a handbag for like more than that money can't even store a purse is apparently fine. That's all you need to know about my private. To be honest, I have a good situation where like we don't question each other on price for things we buy. That's great.
There you go.
I mean, she doesn't know how much paint costs from Games Workshop, but she never needs to know that. She never needs to know how much paint costs.
My situation is just ask, and they'll always be like, how much is it? And then it goes, well, it's your money. Who cares? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just want to be informed. I like that.
I mean, I'll be honest. The best person I've spoken to about this sort of stuff is, guys, the killing's done. Enough.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, seeing as how we're
off.
still actively killing things, I feel like you are arguably mistaken.
The best person I was talking to about his relationship and with Warhammer and stuff was he's been waiting for Pistoliers to get back in for his building his Cities of Sigma army for the Living City.
Oh yeah.
And he already bought a few things, and he saw they got back in stock, and he was like, I don't really know if I should get them or not. And then his partner was like, you've been waiting for them to come in stock. What are you waiting for? Buy them. And he was just like, yeah, it's like, God, you are a lucky soul.
Oh
For your
yeah.
partner to say, buy the models.
Jess is the same way. Mrs. Tupelo stuff. My incredible wife. She's super encouraging with all that stuff. She's like, "Do you need this?" I'm like, "No." How about this? And just like pick up random model kits, not even knowing if they're like part of the same army or something. I'm just like, "No, but I love where your spirit's at, and you make me happy."
Kelly, when the Slanesh Mortals came out, she's like, I'll buy you a box of each of them for Christmas. So,
Aww, sweet.
yeah.
Someone asked what difficulty. So it's Takeover Mars is one of his first games, and so it's at the lowest because there is a ceiling. I tried doing the veteran, but it wouldn't let me. So we're doing recruit to answer your question.
Sorry.
No, you're good, dude. This is actually like the best. I think I'm better with this character than any others.
Yeah, and you got the most kills, so well done.
Boom. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I got the most damage to monsters, so there's that.
I got the most range kills which
That doesn't surprise me.
look, I wouldn't say my staff is quite overpowers them, but I am a wizard, and I think we do not question a wizard. Also, when you play the wizard, it's great because when your party goes, "Guy, you're meant to be here 5 minutes ago. What's up?" You go, "A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to." And I've been using that excuse all my life. Please say someone gets the Lord of the Rings reference.
Okay.
I need looking at becoming a wizard if I could use that excuse in real life.
Okay. So
I used it when I went to a family gathering, right, and I was late, and then they get, and literally this is how much some of my family know about like nerdom. They go, "Come on, Mikey, it's not the time for Star Wars now." I'm just like, this is wrong in so many ways.
harsh.
Wow.
Like,
I won't talk to them anymore.
yeah. Well, like we haven't spoken for years.
Oh, there we go. You don't need that type of negativity in your life.
No, it was a rough funeral, if I'm honest.
Oh,
Right. So,
I need to get a better rapier. My power's 5.
do you know what
Oh,
I'm thinking?
yeah. Okay, wait, I got a question here I got to answer. So, Lost Beast has a question. So you told me to scroll up, and I did, and I apologize, I missed it earlier. We were killing stuff. What are the rules around vampires developing wings? So as far as, like, in lore, my god, it's been so many years since I read the Nagash book. Agent Nagash, how do your soul blight develop wings?
So what I tell you about Soul Blight lore in Age of Sigmar as it stands, it's kind of an A4 page with pictures. So there's not loads at the moment. So you're probably best going to fantasy, but it doesn't state how. Top of my head, it doesn't state exactly how these vampires grow wings, or why some vampires like look for cavalry and all that sort of thing if they want to look at the war scroll, how you can customize your vampire. But I'm just going to go with the reason. It depends what different parts of the realms you're from. All that. There's no specific reason like this vampire has to do this blood ritual to gain wings or something. So until like we get a Soul Blight release, there's not really much, and that's not just me just not really knowing the answer. That's generally how it is. If you're looking at Flesh Eater Courts, I believe they changed it. So a Vargolf is I don't think a Vargolf is a vampire anymore. Like it's not a vampire gone mad. Oh, but you got Vargeist, haven't you? I'll tell you what. I know that's probably not the question you're answering because it's probably vampire lords. But I'll tell you, Vargeist. I'm pretty sure how they get their wings is basically they are kind of starved of blood and trapped in like a coffin for a long time, to the point where their body will become monstrous because their need for blood has pushed them, so they have no need for like a civic appearance or anything like that. So they turn into these monstrous forms, and that is what like how you get the Vargeist. I think I can't remember if I read this somewhere or something I came up with, but I had this idea of in my I've got this thing called Imperial Empire Pureblood, which is like the empire of my death stuff. And the idea is like Neferata took it. But I was playing around with like the idea of the lore for it. It's like a kingdom owned by like several vampire lords. And how I thought about doing it is Neferata made them all fight for her love and all that sort of thing, so she could try and enwrap them in her beauty and everything to basically be in control of this kingdom. And what she ended up doing is actually trapping them all and then turning them into bestial like Vargeists and stuff to be her like minions, which I thought was quite a cool thing.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, so really be as creative as you want until the Soul Blight book maybe one day comes out.
I think like in the book it just says some have webbing.
Yeah, it just
like, oh, cool.
I'll tell you what, like Legion of the Gash, I've got it right next to me. I'm going to get up and look how many pages the Soul Blight stuff is really quickly.
You might have a higher number if you measure in sentences or paragraphs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll wait here down here for you.
Sorry.
I mean, I tried to get into Legions of the Gash to play vampires, and I was super disappointed.
I know guys can't obviously on your one stuff, but I'll show it to my camera. They literally, I said they had a page. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably about a third of a page, a third of an A4 page explaining how vampire lords work.
So what we're expecting is a brilliant rewrite whenever the the new Soulblight models come out that are rumored to come out with Underworlds.
Yeah. But what I would say is, like, we look at this as like, the show's no definitive law. It allows you to use your own creativity, right?
Did you see the new preview that's coming up on the 23rd? What it's called?
No.
It's like the Dead and the Divine.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if they made a priestly style of vampires, I'd be in like Flynn.
Oh.
'Cause-
So I was talking with Matt when we were talking on Meth Show the other night. Like that's somewhere I was like, I want them just to turn everything upside down, or like instead of going like the classic route, just get real weird with it.
I'll tell you what, Vampire Priests. If you listen to the audio drama, which was one of the first ones to come out for Age of Sigma, if not the first, which involves Manfred tailing along with some Stormcast Eternals to try and find Nagash in the realm of Shaiish.
Yep.
And part of that, in Sands of Blood, which is the second volume, they are in this desert that's made of dried blood, and there is a storm, like a sandstorm coming. They need to seek shelter. The Stormcast, and this is Manfred and some refugees. And the only place they can seek shelter is this temple, which is actually run by vampire priests, who have basically become very civilized, turn the back on, brutal ways, and sorry, I'm nearly dead. Turn their back on brutal ways, and these refugees are actually, so they're not refugees, they're pilgrims, because they go to this temple to offer blood sacrifice to the priests. So the priests like basically looking after them. And they don't worship Sigma, these pilgrims. They like worship the vampires. It's like, so the vampires look after them.
That's really cool.
It is, and literally there's like, again, I don't want to spoil stuff for people, but it's cool, so I'm going to talk about it. What happens is that the Stormcast can't properly hold the Khorne back, and the Khorne eventually break in to this temple, and the Stormcast being Stormcast, don't worry, they win the day. But
What?
I know.
No.
Especially in the early stage of Age Sigma.
Man,
What?
they
Their
just
army
took
can fight
that plot
themselves.
and twisted the heck out of it. Okay.
But sorry, just to say, they break through the temple, and then they attack the priests, I think is how it happens, and then the priests have to defend themselves. So these priests are saying, we will not fight, we are not violent, we will not fight, we used to, and now we won't. Anyway, they have to finally defend themselves against these like blood warriors. And then they kill a blood warrior, and then the blood warrior's blood goes all over them. And it turns out the reason they don't fight is because they really easily lost the bloodlust, and they all turn into Vargheists. And it's like 27 Vargheists. No, sorry, not Vargheists, 27 Vargolfs. 27 Vargolfs, they're like the big...
Yeah,
they're like
those
the
scary
Vargheists.
ones.
Like, that is mental. And then the Stormcast just step back and be like, we're not going to get away. We're just going to let the Vargolfs kill the Bloodbound. It's great stuff. Well, some people say it's the early lore for Age of Sigma. Some people, not everyone, but some people write it off as it's no good. There are some real gems in there. Which are, because Manfred, the voice acting for him is done brilliantly. He's literally played by a really, like, his accent's like a really fine, royal, sort of posh British person, basically just mugging off all the Stormcast for being like inferior all the time while trying to help them, and then maybe eventually stab them in the back. Who's to say? It's Manfred. Can
Totally.
you read?
I would say that those books, those older ones, have definitely aged well as they've kind of expanded more of the story. Like, they just really benefit from time.
Yeah.
Do
And
it.
they haven't retconned any of that. Like,
Nope,
but all
not really.
It's all nice. It's all nice and still relevant, and it just gives you, like you were saying, Marge. You said, "Oh, it'd be cool if they were priests, right?" And then this is like, there's priests in law. It gives you the opportunity to do it, which is
Well, with that being said, I think that's probably really likely then, given that they like going back to the lore that they originally wrote, like with Sigvald and the Mirror.
Guys, I don't know if my ego could take it if after months of saying it was going to be Vampirates, if like I inadvertently called it like actually called it. Was just like, yeah, nailed it. Like hearing everyone talk about vampires, and I was just like, nah, it's gonna be priest, and then it's just this huge freaking thing of priests.
I mean, that would make the vampire hunter, well, the chaos hunter idea that I have even more realistic.
I love it.
Oh,
It would. I just love the idea. Like you would just bring that up in conversation, even if you weren't talking to Warhammer, and or about Warhammer. You just say, like, "Hey, there's a hobby of mine called Warhammer." And there was
Yeah, exactly.
Addicted. You may have. I don't know if you heard me say it on the internet, but I
Yeah.
was right, and that's all that matters.
Shoot the baby Bjorn on his back.
woo!
Now this, I don't often like preaching this, but hits the baby
Exactly.
really hard.
Out of context is probably bad, but
And so I definitely see someone dubbing this.
Punch.
that
Hey,
fire
remember Never remember on the 17th of January in 2021 where Agent Nagash said to punch your baby.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, there goes your political career. You threw it away for nothing.
Actually, I don't think that really matters these days.
No.
I actually think it'd make you more electable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, waiting for that
Won't go
that
to
part
that.
of that part of your country who's like, I'd like to hear what the guy who wants to throw babies has to say.
Everyone's condemning him, but they're not asking him why does he want to punch them?
Exactly.
Yeah, the baby might have been a jerk.
We need context, everybody.
Yeah, I put very dark humour, and I don't know how the audience feels, so I'm gonna hold back now. But like,
Yeah, I get that. Zach says it better not be vampires. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against it. I don't, but I just want something different.
every time
I'm
on
all
the channel,
for
I always have to say I hate vampires.
Oh, really? You hate the idea?
So for me, pirates, I see Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Disney, funny, jokey. Vampires are really cool. Please not make them like a funny, jokey army. Like, so they're not going like, ah, and all that sort of thing, but like a really bad vampire impression. But
I want them so bad just because I like the big ugly crab like crustacean stuff that they can go with it that I couldn't get with Iden at Deepkin.
Ah, there's a guy with
Yeah.
a rope up here. Shoot him.
I love that. We got a gun.
Well, I'm out of ammo. Like, I used my last couple rounds. I guess I have 3 rounds. I maybe could have gotten them, but...
I'm at 0, so...
Oh, so is the elf alright? Here, I'm coming back here. Can't see anything.
Oh no, the lights are off!
Don't worry, you have a bright wizard with you.
Oof.
Dead Chaos Warrior. The way I like them.
Let's see.
If
If anyone sees any ammo, just let me know. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, me too. What's down this dark hallway? Anything good? Nope.
Just probably more death.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, there's so many interesting aesthetics for vampires than the half jokey faction they put into Total Warhammer 2. Yeah. I honestly, I know very little about fantasy battles specifically, but I was always kind of curious as to why that faction was put into Total War. I didn't quite get it.
I think the reason, like, I would say, and I don't know, but like, basically, I think Total War Warhammer was criticised a lot for not having like naval warfare, and then they're like, here's not what you wanted, but here's something cool instead. But that involves ships, so I think that's maybe what they were going with, because what naval warfare used to be in Warhammer Total War was just water resolve, so you could have like a really nice army at sea. And then this weaker army that you know you would win if you got to fight out, but you're not allowed to fight out. So, kind of stuff. But now what you do since the Vampire Coast came out is you just go to a magical island and you both fight off. So I think Vampire counts. And I know, like, you know, come on, the old world's dead and everything else. That's fine. I want a Cities of Sigmar book, but for vampires.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Because like different flavors, I don't care they're the same models. Like, you know, it's just the different sub-allegiances. That's how it works in the lore. That's what we've already talked about, right? There's lots of different cities in Death, and they all work differently. One of them can be a priesthood, like we've mentioned. One of them can be Neferata. Like, I wouldn't mind if they just redid the Legions in the Gash book and just put it with Soul Blight. So like, there's not, so they won't each get their book, and it's just like one big thing. Because the Legions in the Gash book needs to be updated.
I don't know what you're talking about. That thing has aged like wine.
Yeah, sure. The problem with that book from the start was the way to do really well with it was to take like a Night Launch unit, and for as soon as it dies, come back and for your opponent to go, oh great.
Oh, gutter runner's coming up the hall.
But
Oh no!
you're right.
Thank you.
no.
But what I will say is, I loved the Legion of the Gash book when I could just run the Gash when he was good. And what I did is I ran him and I used a unit of 6 Morgoth Archive and had great fun.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Not sure where the rest of our party is, but
I'm literally spending so hard trying to find a book.
oh, the Grimoire.
Yeah. Is it there?
That's cool.
It's got
There
it.
is a ammo box over here for me and you, Mars.
Thank goodness. It's just not the same if I'm not shooting flintlock pistols everywhere for no. I'm missing.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh. That Ratting gun you guys have got.
Good shot.
It was all right. It took a few. I was getting punched in the face.
I pulled out my pistols to go shoot at it and it was already dead. I was like, oh, that was fast. Woo! This is a
It's a good time, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. As much as I want to play Total War 2, like for streams, one, it's not super conducive to like one-off games here and there, like just with fans or folks who are watching that kind of stuff. But also, it's just it doesn't matter who you are. There's nothing not wholesome about just blazing through a bunch of Skaven. Like the actionness of it is so much more fun when you're hanging out with people.
Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah. Agreed. And what I find is, I mean, mate, even, to be honest, even if I've watched someone else play Vermintide compared to like Total War doesn't feel very engaging for myself as an audience to watch it. Whereas Vermintide, if you've got it on while you're painting, and then you'll just hear like us like shout, going, "Oh my god, it's the Chaos Spawn" or something, and then like you have those moments of excitement. In Total Warhammer, great fun, but I think mainly for like single player or if you're playing with a mate, I just feel like Vermintide's instant action. Like I can play Total Warhammer for an hour and I haven't even fought a battle because I've been trying to do like empire building and stuff.
Yeah, the only time I watch Total War on YouTube or anything is when it's like a specific scenario, and that's about it.
Yeah. I'm going to say this to be perfectly honest. That is also a justification for me just being absolutely terrible at that game. My brain does not work in Total Warhammer ways. And like what you doing? Dying horribly? This
And the worst thing compared to this, if you die horribly, is that in Total Warhammer, it's like I put like a day into this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I tell you what like as soon as I how do I say it? Like when me and you, Doug, we both play against Dice Sagas, I think, and
Yes. He's a great guy.
I'm sure he's maybe watching this at some point. And when you said that you were, I'm kind of alright at the game. Bollocks, you were really good. You were really good.
Oh,
Played a
man.
campaign with him for about 6 hours and didn't win a single battle against him.
For sure. That's amazing. Zach in the chat asked a question. On the stream topic, did any of y'all buy the new class DLCs? I got the Bretonian dude who's like all melee.
I do too.
I like the way he looks, first of all. He's very cool. His abilities are great. My thing is, I just really like having some kind of ranged option, and he doesn't.
Yeah, and the reason behind that is because like if you're suddenly looking like someone like I don't know, 7 meters to your left has got an assassin on top of them, and you need to get the assassin off, and you haven't got a range. It can be quite hard. Myself, I've only purchased like the DLC maps, but I didn't buy the Beastman stuff and haven't bought the extra characters as of yet. But what I probably will do is wait until like there's a sale or something. I'll probably buy the lot.
I just don't have the dwarf stuff right now.
Yeah,
It was on sale.
well, and then when I started doing the streams, the Dwarf Head stuff had just come out, and everybody wanted to play as him. So I was like, well, I didn't get him just because I honestly was like, I'm just never going to be able to play as this guy because people really liked it. I was like, and yeah, I don't know. Anybody who wants to come hang out with me gets to play whatever character they like. So
Yeah, it's like the person who's going to come and play. It's like I said, I'm so excited. I was going to play as dwarf and get. Oh, I was already playing as dwarf. Oh, okay. I can change it if you want to. I can. No, it's fine. It's not fine. I'll change. I'll play whoever you want me to be. I'll just try and add to the team, and I'll take away. That's all I ask.
pretty much, yeah.
Patience.
Yeah, it's just while you, the guest, are playing as the character you really like, just remember that when I ask you to, revive me for the 19th time. Just remember that was the price. Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, the worst part is if you're playing a new game and you're still getting used to it, and it's something like this, and you'll see like you're nearly at the end of a mission, and you go, oh, I'm going to complete a mission for the first time. I'm down, I'm dying, but the team is nearly going to complete a mission. And the last remaining person on the team sacrifices their life to try and revive you, and you go, I'm not worth this, honestly. I'm just going to drag you down.
You just having like a Saving Private Ryan moment. It's like, tell me I'm a good man and I deserve this.
Yeah,
that's so savage. Oh my god.
I will feel bad for you if you try and save me.
I didn't get the quick play bonus.
Is it not? Oh no, I didn't as well. Well, I mean, like, it's not all based on who gets the most kills, but like, the Unchained is doing pretty well. Who's playing that? Oh, I remember who's playing that game. I was going to say, Mars, you're like, if you say you're very new to this, you might not remember, but you're like your picture of the Witch Hunter, you've got like the jaws on it, the frame. Where'd you get that?
Yeah. Oh, I have no idea. I think it might be with the collector's edition. I pre-ordered this game with the collector's edition.
Rain won't stop them.
So
I did that as well. I don't got any jaws. Why did the Squid come out? Answer me.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So usually when I hop on these things, I play like 3 rounds, and that was round 3.
3 it was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am gonna pop off here, but thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
Fun. Thank you very much.
Any last words for your fans there?
All I'll say is if you're watching this on my channel at some point in the future, thank you very much for watching. Doug on the channel, thank you very much. Very warm invite, but no. All I want to say is that by the time you're watching this, you'll see something. Some of us AOS YouTubers have recently started to try and promote some of the channels that are on YouTube as well that we watch. And if you go to my channels section on my YouTube channel, you'll see some AOS YouTubers that I watch myself, and there's some great ones there for certain, specific on certain factions, or there's ones that are good for doing battle reports or painting or lore and everything in between. So go check that out. And if you enjoy their stuff, remember to give them a sub, because we always want to help out the AOS community on YouTube, don't we?
Yeah. Awesome stuff. And Takeover Mars, you have a channel you just told me about, because I was a dingus and didn't realize it was on YouTube.
Yeah, it's called Takeover Mars, where I'm just doing a lot of random Warhammer stuff with no real rhyme or reason to it. So
that's the best stuff sometimes, man.
It is,
on a smattering of either painting or lore or just me rambling. It'll be there.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and I will catch you next time. And happy wargaming, friends.